But I tell you what, man, we don't talk about the play of Ernest Green enough. Tremendous, I believe, totally right now. He's an All-American type player, and he's going to get some love as it plays out during the course of the year. But Ernest Green, the best player that I saw on Saturday. DT, did you see, you were sitting there next to me in the press box. Did you see a better player than Ernest Green on Saturday?
It's tough to say that, yeah, because, as you mentioned, he refuses to give up sacks and is a road grader in the run game. So, yeah, not going to argue against that. I do love that you talked about the receiving core and all these weapons, and you didn't even have to mention the two guys, the transfers that both caught touchdowns.
Yeah, Colby Young and London Humphreys.
And then you didn't even have to mention the tight end out there, Oscar Delp, making
Lawson Lucky. Did you see that catch he had?
Both of them. Just, I mean,
I didn't see much of Delp.
Explosive players. But yeah, Lawson out there making cornerbacks fall over. Very
just
impressive.
So impressed with Arian Smith.
And yes, you're right. I've been rooting for Arian for a long time, and I'm glad to see him catching the ball, and as you said, being a complete wide receiver, not just a straight deep threat. One of my favorite plays of the game, and props would go to Mike Boba at this. He had Smith out near the numbers, go in some motion towards the formation at the snap of the ball. Instead of just running back out flat, he runs the wheel route wide open. Beck hits him. Just a beautiful play.
Yeah, so let's hear from Kirby talking about Nate Frazier. He is now the darling of Georgia Bulldog fans. Now, look, they should be encouraged, but RB1, I don't think he's there yet. Here's Kirby talking about Frazier.
I get on him all the time because he's out of control. He is just foot to fire, moving, going at the speed of light, doesn't know he might run into a brick wall, cutting back. He cut back a couple times in practice, and I told him, I said, when you get in a real game, you cut back like that, they're going to light you up. You know, I might actually said some things I can't say in here, but he cut back and went all the way across the field for about 50, and I told him it's okay now. He could do that.
Yeah, so really busted out. Now, I'm impressed with Frazier. I'm not wanting him to become the featured back, obviously.
I'd like to see a little bit more size maybe before he's going to be able to handle
catch the ball a little bit better, maybe.
Yeah,
he's just a freshman. He's still developing.
Pass protection, something the young running back have to work on, right?
Now, my concern coming into the year was defensive tackle, interior defensive line play. Stackhouse was awesome in the game Saturday. And I tell you who else was good was Kristen Miller. Stepped in and played at a very high level, played more than he has in his career up until this point. A young player that has really developed into a stud playing in that inside defensive line spot. But I saw Brinson go down injured. And I didn't really see a heck of a lot beyond that. So this will continue to be my concern for the number one Georgia Bulldogs moving forward is where's the depth at defensive tackle? There is none right now. Brinson hurt. That's a scary situation moving forward. Now, it won't show up this Saturday. You start going to Tuscaloosa and Austin, Texas, that's going to show up. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. All right, coming back on the other side, man, it may have seemed like I forgot about the Braves, but I haven't forgotten about the Braves. We'll chop it up next. You got the Belue Show here on the Fan, 680 and 93.7.